Sem 5, which is organized by Department of Commerce. So this is the 4th episode of Crash Course series. So I would like to welcome our today's resource person, Ms. Komal Chandanshive from Matoshree, Velbai, Devji, Hariya College of Arts, Science and Commerce. So I would like to give brief introduction about ma'am. So ma'am is qualified with the SET exam, that is State Eligibility Test, and now she is pursuing in PhD from University of Mumbai, and she has been appointed as an IQSC coordinator from 2018 till the date. And she have appointed as NSS program officer since 2013, and she have organized various programs that is related to the NSS special camp for the NSS volunteers. And she have attended the NCC camp also and completed MCC. So ma'am have presented many research papers also, and it is very nice to hear all this, ma'am. And I would like to hand over this session to ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am, for this warm welcome. Today, can I share the screen now?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am, your screen is visible.
So, I am Komal Chandanshive, M.Com SET, pursuing PhD from University of Mumbai under the guidance of TYBCOM ma'am. And today I am going to overview cost accounting semester 5. So this is my presentation. See, University of Mumbai prescribed syllabus. There are 6 modules in the cost accounting, like introduction to accounting, material cost, labor cost, overhead, also classification of cost and cost sheets, as well as the last module is reconciliation of cost and financial account. So here is the paper pattern. So paper pattern for semester 5 and semester 6 are likely to be same. The very first question, that is question number 1, that is objective question, and there are 2 sub questions in question number 1. That is sub questions to be like multiple choice, true or false, fill in the blanks, or match the column. Despite of this 4 choices, we have to solve any 2 questions, like multiple choice will be there, or true or false, or maybe fill in the blanks or match the column is the given. Okay, so there are 12 questions to be asked and we have to answer only 10 questions. So yesterday Kebulkar sir told that we have to solve questions like in the serial, like first, second, third, fourth, whatever question you have answered, answer that question with the question number, exact question number. Otherwise, your questions may be misplaced by the examiner. Okay. So the second question, that is practical question, and it is based on any module from module number 2 to module number 6. Okay, so practical question may be for 20 marks or like 10 marks for question number 2A and question number 2B for 10 marks. So there is an option given in question number 2, 3 and 4. जैसे सर ने कल भी बोला कि अकाउंटिंग में आपको कोई भी एक क्वेश्चन जैसे कि मॉड्यूल के बेसिस पे नहीं आएगा, जैसे मॉड्यूल नंबर 2 से ही सेकंड क्वेश्चन आएगा या मॉड्यूल नंबर 3 से ही सेकंड क्वेश्चन आएगा. एनी questions will be given from module number 2 to module number 6. Okay. So cost sheet आ सकता है. Cost sheet के ऑप्शन में आपको या तो reconciliation statement या FIFO का कोई भी एक सम आ सकता है. या फिर हम थर्ड क्वेश्चन की तरफ जाएंगे तो थर्ड क्वेश्चन में से आपको आ सकता है मशीन आवर्स कैलकुलेशन या ओवरहेड्स कैलकुलेशन. क्वेश्चन नंबर 4 में लेबर ओवरहेड्स आ सकता है, मटेरियल ओवरहेड्स आ सकता है या रिकंसिलिएशन आ सकता है. ओके, सो क्वेश्चन नंबर 2, 3 and 4 will be on the basis of practical illustrations. And the last question, that is question number 5, it is based on theory part, and it covered your entire syllabus, like from module 1 to module 6. So theory question, there are 2 theory questions, partly A and B, 10 marks each, and you have to write at least 10 to 15 points for this theory question. Okay, you have to attempt whether A or B, or you can write short notes. So short notes to be at 6, but you have to answer only 5 marks each. So I think paper pattern is clear. So we'll start with the module number 1. So introduction of cost account. Now cost means, ma'am, hello.
Yes, ma'am.
तो वीडियो को अभी सेव करना है. तो पहला है विंडो प्लस शिफ्ट प्लस एस. इसको दबाने से आप किसी भी भाग का स्क्रीनशॉट ले सकते हैं और उसे एडजस्ट कर सकते हैं.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, students can ask me, can I interact with the students during the lecture?
No, ma'am. You can continue the session, and afterwards, we will see that the students are replying, and on the basis of the
If
questions,
any query,
we will do the we will solve the query later the session, ma'am.
okay.
At the end of the session, we will do the question answer round.
Okay. So very first module, that is introduction of cost accounting and introduction of cost accounting. Now, what is cost accounting? Cost accounting means whatever the cost is given, or the cost of a certain thing, like if we are producing a single product or we are producing a product, then cost is a measurement in terms of monetary, the amount resources used for the purpose of production or goods or services. So cost means the measurement in terms of money. We utilized resources for making that product. That means the cost of a product. Now, cost accounting. Cost accounting क्या होता है? Cost accounting में आपको basically जो हमने जो cost एक product बनाने के लिए utilize किया है, उसका हम accounting with the formats, okay, which is provided by the Institute of Chartered Accountant of India, or sorry, Institute of Cost and Works Accountants of India. Okay. So there are some key points which illustrate about the cost accounting, the very first chapter, that is introduction of cost accounting. So in the introduction, there are certain objectives and scope for cost accounting. So there are some primary objectives for cost accounting. The very first objective is costing. That is, costing means ascertainment of cost. Ascertainment means the collection or selection of cost under one place. Then analysis of cost. Analysis means the classification of cost, means material, labor, overheads. Then allocation of the cost and the apportionment of the cost and absorption of the cost. So basically, we are here some objectives. So objectives, ascertainment as well as analysis, all these cost. Then second cost objective is cost reporting. Then we have to report whatever we have find in the costing. We have to report that cost statement to the top level management as well as the accountant who is able to understand the costing scenario. Okay, so specifically we have to report all the monetary terms which are incurred while producing the product. Then the another objective is cost control. So we have to first, while controlling our cost, we have to set certain targets. Okay, so after setting the targets, we have to measure our performance. Then measure our performance with the actual and set targets, and then analyze the variation between the actual and target. And then we have to take the necessary actions while cost controlling. Okay, whether we are using raw material which is not appropriate as per our production, means we are doing so many wastages in the material, or we are not utilizing our labors with the full. Okay, and the last cost centers and now cost units. So there are some cost centers, like cost center means bringing all the cost together for the entire unit, or for the entire production department, or for the entire entity. We have to measure that cost center. Okay, and the cost unit means the volume of production or services. Okay, so in the next slide, there is a differentiation between financial accounting and cost accounting. Now everyone knows that financial accounting is different from the cost accounting. In the financial accounting, we shows our balance sheet, means our financial position of the firm. Financial position means the balance sheet shows the liabilities and assets of the entire firm. Okay, and in the cost sheet or in the cost accounting, we just record, report, analyze each products or a job of a product. Okay, so financial accounting is for a specific period. Like if we refer financial period, like from 1st April to 31st March, or we can say if we consider calendar year, then from 1st Jan to 31st December. So basically cost accounting concentrate on cost centers, means for the entire entity or entire unit, or only to the production department. Okay, we are using double entry bookkeeping system in the financial accounting, but not in the cost accounting. Okay, so financial accounting is even used by the outsiders, like we are showing our investors, we are taking loans for the firm, then we have to show our balance sheet or financial accounting to the banks. Our creditors are also follow our balance sheet. Okay, then debtors are also following our balance sheet. Then investors, those who want to invest in our firm, that people are also looking forward for our balance sheet. But cost accounting majorly use, or we can say analysis by our management or the department. Okay, then financial accounting discloses past data, but in the cost accounting we analyze past data to estimate our future data. Okay. In the cost sheet, even we prepare estimated cost sheets. Okay. So it is based on our past data and we are presenting our current data by following that past data. We can say historical cost. Okay. Financial accounting expressed in rupees only. Even cost accounting is expressed in units, per units, and rupees. Okay. So financial accounting, trading account, profit and loss account, balance sheet, cash flow statements. Okay, vertical balance sheets, vertical profit and loss statement, as well as working capital analysis should be in the financial accounting. While cost accounting have only cost sheets, process accounts, contract accounts. All these are formats. But in spite of these formats, we prepare labor charts, material analysis, overhead costing. Okay. So I think this part is clear. What is financial accounting and what is cost? Now, there are different types of cost on the basis of nature, on the basis of what elements given in the production, on the basis of behavior, on the basis of functions, and on the basis of control level. Okay. So on the basis of nature, there are two types of cost: direct cost and indirect cost. Direct cost, which is directly incurred for the product, not for the entire firm. And indirect cost is excluded your direct cost, like if we are producing a shirt, okay, if we are producing a shirt, ready-made shirt, then raw material will be cotton. Then processing period for we can say processing period for producing the raw shirt. We can say it could be I think 10 to 15 days. Okay, so whatever material, labor, overheads are included to making a raw shirt, that is direct cost. And what is the indirect cost? Indirect cost means the cost which is for selling the shirt. Means the office and administration cost, selling and distribution cost is known as indirect cost. Okay. So on the basis of element, there are three costs: material, labor, and element means we are using raw material for the production purpose. Labors are producing that raw material into the finished products, and overhead means lighting charges, heating charges, factory expenses. Altogether are the entire material, labor, and overheads are basis for the production. Okay, then there are another kind of cost, that is behavior cost. Behavior cost means fixed cost. Fixed cost means the आपको जो भी cost है वो आपको fixed होगा, वो as per आपके production या units कितने use कर रहे हैं उसके basis पे change नहीं होगा. Okay, fixed cost का example होगा salaries, rent. Okay, then variable cost, which fluctuate as per your production. Means अगर आपको wages देने, तो wages आपने जितने दिन आपके लेबर्स ने काम किया उतने दिन की wages आप, okay, या कितने resources आपने यूज किए हैं उस यूज के हिसाब से आप उसको पैसे दो. So that is variable. Then semi-variable cost means uses as well as your cost of production. इनका जो मिक्सचर होगा, फिक्स्ड एंड वेरिएबल का जो मिक्सचर होगा वो ये सेमी वेरिएबल. Then on the basis of function, there is a factory cost, Now, I have told you earlier that office and administration cost, selling and distribution cost. Now, factory cost will be the lighting and heating charges of the, then power, depreciation on plant, depreciation on machinery. Then office and administration cost will be salaries, printing and stationery. Okay. Then office depreciation on office furniture. Selling and distribution cost will be depreciation on delivery man or advertisement. Then sales promotion expenses, warehouse rent, etc. Okay. On the basis of controllability, there is a controllable cost as well as uncontrollable cost. So the basic objective of the cost accounting is to cost control. So again, there, if we set target and measure our targets with the actual performance, be able to know which cost is controllable and which costs are non-controllable. So the second module, that is material cost. And material cost, there are some key points in the material cost. See, this is practical chapter. Okay. Practical questions to be asked from this chapter. There are some weighted average. We have to calculate only two methods while preparing for the material cost. FIFO method, that is first in, first out method, and second one is weighted average method. We have to calculate material cost by these two methods, as well as we have to calculate your simple problems on the EOQ method. Okay, in the next slide, I will explain you what is EOQ. So, in this chapter, we have to study practical questions that is based on material cost. Okay. So, this is EOQ. EOQ means we have to carrying cost, which ordering and carrying cost are minimum, is known as economic order quantity. So how to calculate economic order quantity? There is a formula into root 2AO. A means annual consumption and O means ordering cost. Okay, and C means carrying cost. So with the help of this formula, you can solve economic order quantity. Okay. इस चैप्टर में से 10 मार्क्स के लिए आपको EOQ आ सकता है. And the second practical questions will be based on valuation of inventory. Inventory valuation हमने first year में FA में किया था. Okay, FIFO method and weighted average method. And आपके purchasing में भी next semester में purchasing में भी आपके FIFO method, LIFO method and weighted average method तीनों आपको कैलकुलेट करना. So FIFO method हम सबको पता है, ने बहुत बार सॉल्व भी किया है, प्रैक्टिस भी किया है. तो FIFO method और weighted average method में एक छोटा सा सिंपल डिफरेंस है कि FIFO method में जो स्टॉक आपने पहले लिया है, पहले परचेस किया है, वो स्टॉक को आपको पहले इशू करना या सेल करना. ओके. एंड वेटेड एवरेज में आपको क्या करना है, आपको उन दोनों स्टॉक का एवरेज फाइंड आउट करना. लाइक इफ वी हैव 50 यूनिट्स ऑफ ओपनिंग मटेरियल and then on the after 2 or 3 days we have again purchased 40 units, then we have to combine that 50 units and 40 units together and we have to find out the average rate of that units. Okay, so there are, this is very simple question and it carries either 10 or 20 marks. आपको ये 10 marks के लिए भी आ सकता है, सिर्फ FIFO आएगा, या आपको FIFO एंड वेटेड एवरेज दोनों भी आ सकता है 20 मार्क्स के लिए. ओके, देन मटेरियल टर्नओवर रेशियो. इस तीसरे मटेरियल कॉस्ट में ये तीसरा प्रैक्टिकल क्वेश्चन है जो 10 मार्क्स के लिए आ सकते हैं. ठीक है. तो इन्वेंट्री मटेरियल टर्नओवर रेशियो, और ये हम इसको पहले भी मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटिंग में कर चुके हैं. स्टॉक टर्नओवर रेशियो और रेट ऑफ स्टॉक टर्नओवर रेशियो. हाउ we can find out this ratio with the help of this formula. COGS means cost of goods sold upon average stock. Now, how to calculate average stock? So, average stock means opening stock plus closing stock divided by 2. We get average stock. Now, what is COGS? COGS means the entire cost which required for the selling the goods. Okay. Now, COGS means material, labor, and your direct expenses. Direct material, direct labor, and direct expenses all together is called COGS. Then third module is labor cost. In the labor costing, we have to again do simple practical problems based on preparation of labor statement like remuneration, and there are certain incentive system methods based on work plan, LA plan, Rowan plan, and GATS plan. Okay. So there is a certain methods, types of labor cost, wages and salaries, healthcare, sick and vacation days, okay, bonuses, payroll taxes, and overtime. So we have to calculate this labor cost. Then fourth module is overheads. In the overhead chapter, we have to do simple practical problems, which is departmentalization and apportionment of primary overheads, and we have to compute overhead rates including machine overhead rates, and there is a simple treatment over under absorption overheads, direct labor method, and prime cost. Okay, so ओवरहेड्स में अभी हम कौन सी कॉस्ट देखेंगे. देखो, इनडायरेक्ट मटेरियल कॉस्ट, इनडायरेक्ट लेबर कॉस्ट, एंड इनडायरेक्ट एक्सपेंसेस कॉस्ट, which are not directly related with the production, but for selling that product we have to incur this overhead cost, like indirect material cost, indirect labor cost, means supervisor charges. Okay, indirect expenses, factory, office and administration, selling and distribution. There is two questions. There are two questions are maybe asked from this module. Primary distribution overheads chart is given. Okay, and we have to allocate expenses as per the departments. Okay, so and another questions. Running charges and standing charges, machine hour rates. We have to calculate machine hour rates. Okay, from this chapter. Then this is very important module, module number 5, classification of cost and cost sheet. So everyone, I think everyone love this topic, cost sheet. It is very simple to solve and carries 20 marks from the entire question. Okay. So this is fixed कि cost sheet आपको आना ही है question पे. Okay, और 20 marks के लिए आ सकते हैं. Now there are 3 types of questions may be asked. I will tell you based on the units, per unit, estimated, or for the entire 2-year, 3-year cost sheets. Okay, so simple practical problem. This is based on this module. I will show you the cost sheet. So this is the pro forma of cost sheet. Material, labor, and direct expenses all together is prime cost. We add factory overheads into the prime cost, we'll get works cost. We add office and administration overheads in the works cost, as well as we'll get cost of production. We add opening and closing finished WIP in the cost of production. Then we add selling and distribution overheads. Then we'll get cost of sales and total cost. If our cost is higher than our sales, then it may be a loss. If we have higher sale value from cost, then we'll get profit. So this is the simple pro forma of cost sheet. Then module number 6 is the reconciliation of cost and financial accounting. So we have to reconcile. इवन आपको कॉस्ट शीट प्रिपेयर करने के लिए बोला होगा और उसके बाद आपको रिकंसाइल का टॉपिक क्वेश्चन में आ सकता है क्वेश्चन पेपर. तो रिकंसिलेशन बहुत आई थिंक मेरे हिसाब से सबसे सिंपल चैप्टर है रिकंसिलेशन. और रिकंसिलेशन में आपको रिकंसिलेशन का मैं एकदम सिंपल आपको एक मेथड बताती हूँ. आई थिंक मैं वो स्लाइड मिस हो गया मुझसे, तो एक स्लाइड मैंने बनाया था कि आप कैसे इजीली फाइनेंशियल एक्सपेंसेस एज वेल एज अगर पॉसिबल हुआ तो मैं आपको नेक्स्ट मैम के पास सेंड करूंगी. वो एक मैंने बनाया है. तो सिंपल आप फाइनेंशियल प्रॉफिट अगर है आपका, ओके, आप फाइनेंशियल प्रॉफिट से रिकंसिलेशन में स्पेशली अगर आप फाइनेंशियल प्रॉफिट से स्टार्ट करते हो तो आपको क्या ऐड करना है उसमें? द एक्सपेंसेस, लॉसेस एंड एप्रोप्रिएशंस. ओके, देन कुछ चीजें ऐसी है जैसे कि expenses, losses and appropriation which should be debited only in financial account. So we have to add back that financial account expenses, losses and appropriations. Then if our closing stock is undervalued, okay, compared with the financial accounting, if that is undervalued, then we have to add opening stock. If opening stock is overvalued in financial accounting, then we have to add that into the financial profit. Okay. If depreciation are overcharged in financial accounting, now what is overcharge in financial accounting? Means as compared to the cost accounting, the depreciation is given 5,000 and in the financial accounting it is given 7,000. Now compared to cost accounting, it is higher than cost. Compared to cost accounting, it is overcharged in the financial accounting. So how much overcharge? Only 1,000. 1,000 overcharge. So we have to add back to the financial. Okay. Then overheads under recovered in cost accounts. If overheads like factory overheads, office and administration overheads, and selling and distribution, if they are under recovered in cost account, means as compared to the financial accounting, it is under recovered. So we have to add back that the financial profit. Okay. Income that is credited only in cost account, then we have to add that income to the financial. Okay. So again, what we have to deduct from this financial profit, that is income credited only in financial accounting. Closing, if closing stock is overvalued, if opening stock is undervalued, then depreciation undercharge, then overheads over recovered and expenses debited only in cost account, then we have to deduct all this from the financial profit. See, there is a simple logic. If you are starting your question with the financial profit, then you have to record as per I have told you, like add certain Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is 6th module, and best of luck for your exam. I think on the 27th October. Okay. And if any queries, then you can ask me.
Okay, ma'am. So here are no queries yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait.
Yes, actually, it was a very wonderful session. You have explained very well to the students, and it will be helpful for them to refer for their exams, and they will get help from these type of pattern paper and the marks distribution. So it is actually very difficult to cover all the 6 modules in 1 hour, and you have
Yes.
covered very well, ma'am. Thanks a lot for your valuable time and sharing your experience. So thank you once again for accepting our invitation. And I would like to thank our principal, sir, Dr. J.C. Puswani, sir, and our IQAC coordinator, Khushbu Puswani, ma'am, and Department of Commerce, all HODs, technical staff and administrative staff, and all the students. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am, once again for your valuable time.
Thank you, Principal Sir, Reena ma'am, Kumkum ma'am, for inviting me. Thank you. It is a great experience. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.